Earlier today, we told you how actor Charlie Sheen has admitted to being HIV positive. Now, the outspoken celebrity had built a notorious reputation for his lifestyle of women and excess. And I'm joined by Dave Marlon. He's the president of Solutions Recovery to talk about some of the warning signs of reckless behavior. You'd think that someone losing control to addiction would be easy to spot, but that's not always the case.
It's usually difficult for them to spot. We often say they're the last ones to know. However, their family members, their loved ones close to them often see warning signs well in advance of a breakdown.
What are those warning signs? What do we look for?
You know, we look for family problems, relationship problems, problems at work, legal problems, and medical problems.
Charlie Sheen announcing he's HIV positive, and you know, we haven't heard that from too many people lately. It's almost vanished from the news landscape to a large part. You see a lot of your patients in Solutions Recovery recovering from addiction, also battling HIV?
I wouldn't say a lot of them, but we certainly do see folks with whether it's hepatitis, HIV, or AIDS, who have an addiction problem that needs to be treated, as well as a medical problem that they need to care for.
Because we don't hear about HIV as much as we did 10, 15 years ago. Do you hear from your patients, do you get the feeling that the concern about it has decreased?
I don't know about the concern. We certainly use a heightened confidentiality for a client who has a diagnosis like that. However, I mean, it's still, you know, a terrifying disease for everyone.
A lot of people don't connect the use of drug abuse and alcohol abuse to increased chances of contracting HIV, but there is a connection, right? How does that increase your chances?
Two ways. Certainly the risky behaviors that you engage in while you're intoxicated or you're under the influence of drugs. In addition, needle sharing is still a material way that people contract HIV.
You were sitting at home watching the Charlie Sheen interview this morning. What were you feeling as a professional in the field? Sadness? Were you relieved that he was coming out? What were you feeling?
Well, I felt bad for him, and, you know, it's terrible, and I'm you know, sad for him. However, I did feel that he was trying to primarily reduce consequences. Mm-hmm. He was doing this to get folks to stop extorting money or to reduce these problems. I'm hoping that it's helping come to grips with his alcohol and drug problem.
Real quickly, Dave, how can people get help if they have a loved one who's battling addiction problems?
Well, they could certainly call Solutions Recovery. We'll get them an assessment for free to help them determine if they have a problem.
Dave Marlon from Solutions Recovery. Thanks very much, Dave. We'll be right back with more news after this.
Thanks, Paul.